that, there's still a fair number of fields that do need fertilizer. So second stages of fertilizer can be applied in the coming months. So that again. Even my fields show fertilizer usage. Huh? It's wet.
Oh.
Impatient teenage Osa. Yeah, she has various chores she needs to do. She does the edges in the yard when we mow, empty the dishwasher, run the dishwasher when it's full, that sort of thing. But she always wants to do it in her own time, not when we're actually planning to do it. So, oh, she's got a few minutes now, she wants to go out and cut the grass. Sort of, no, it's wet. I mean, it's soaking wet out there. There was a lot of rain last night, but yeah. If I leave it and it dries out, I don't think it's going to dry out today. It does look like we have rain clouds, although the weather report says it's just mostly cloudy. But you know, if by 4 o'clock this afternoon, by some miracle, the ground's dried out and the grass has dried out and I could consider mowing, she'll be upset because she has other plans at that point. With the dishwasher, she will, we'll have supper, she'll put everything in the dishwasher and then she'll run it. And then at 9 o'clock, she's gonna have a knife and a plate because she wants a snack, and Mrs. Osa's gonna have a snack, and I might have a snack. And there's a bunch of stuff that now needs to go in the dishwasher, but the dishwasher's running, so you can't put the stuff in there. But there was space for them. And it's not like, the stuff in the dishwasher is needed immediately, so you must empty it as soon as it's finished running. It takes 3 hours to run, so if you run it at 8 o'clock, it's going to finish at 11 o'clock. If you run it at 10 o'clock, it's going to finish at 1 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't matter, it's not going to get emptied until the morning, but I have to do everything on my time. So if you have a snack, or if you have something and make a knife dirty or something or whatever, it's sort of, it'll have to get done tomorrow. So, plan ahead. It's like the day before trash day, you need to take the trash bins up. So she'll go out and play with her basketball in the afternoon after she's finished schoolwork. And then at 9 o'clock at night, when we get back from church, she's upset because, she has to go down to the back of the house and bring the trash bin up. And it's sort of, you could have done that when you were playing with your basketball. We're going out in 10 minutes. So she'll read a book for 10 minutes, and then, okay, we're all ready, let's go. Oh, I need to use the bathroom. We told you 10 minutes ago so you would use the bathroom, not so you would sit around and read a book for 10 minutes. But it is what it is. I am running out of drink. That sounds bad. Okay. Water's gone. Tea's gone. I might need to make a kitchen raid to top up the Mountain Dew. I think I'm going to do another run across the top here. Ooh, that's a sizable missed wedge. And now not so sizable. 73% done, yay. And about face. We also need to make some time to go and tidy up the basement a little bit more. We're not, it's not, well, we need to get this all done this week, but it's sort of, let's tidy up a corner. One of the instructions for the trash, taking the trash out, is once you've filled up, or once you've taken out all of the household trash, if there is any space left in the trash bin, top it off with stuff in the basement. And so we've decided we're going to go down to the basement, we're going to sort through stuff, and all of the trash we'll put by the back door. And then when it's time to take the trash out, you put all the trash bags in there and fill up with stuff from that pile. So some weeks you might empty the pile completely, other weeks you might just have room for a couple of things. At least that's the plan. Unfortunately, at the moment the pile is empty, so we need to get down to the basement and move some stuff. And problem is, I can't make any more train benches until I have some space on the floor to put them. So that sort of thing. I have decided I'm going to dismantle. They're discrete benches screwed together, so I have decided I'm going to dismantle what's there, detach them from each other, and then I'm going to sand them down a little bit and varnish them, because they do have a slight risk of splinters, so I'd like to make them a little bit safer. But then once they're reattached to each other, I need to make 3 more. But there's stuff stacked high where they need to be, so I think the plan is some of the stacked stuff is going underneath the benches as they sit at the moment, and then I'll have room to put the new ones in and screw them together, bolt them together. Don't know if I've got enough bolts. I think I had enough screws, but I think I used some of the screws for something recently. What am I doing? I am doing that and that, and 99 is done. So 39 and 33. And as we said, one of them is down at the end here, 33, and the other one is just kind of across the road from where we live. I think I can get through there. So we'll run down to 33, we'll get that one done. Okay, that's the road. So I'm thinking the access is probably there. There might be an access there. I don't know. There might not be an access on this side. Well, we'll see. In the meantime, I need to fold up the doodad on the front. I will lift it. And we will head back through here. Oh, yes. Green shed was a little confusing. I was thinking it was foliage, not a shed. Anyway, back on the road, we have only 18% used, so we should use, I would guess, around about 55% to do these 3 fields. Then 3 more. I think some small people are going outside to play, so yay. Oh, it's another field with no growth in it. Is it? How about I turn the map on so I can actually see things? No. Oy. Okay, so that's the field access here. I'm guessing there's no the field access is going to be from the road that leads up to our farm in that case. Yeah. This corner field's a little bit awkward. Oh, actually, there's a huge gap in the hedge there. As I said, I think the access is between these two buildings. Something. Not. Oh, those two buildings. Nope, past that building. That building and the next one. Because we did contract in this field at one point. Rather interesting entrance, and don't think there's supposed to be any other access on this field. Except there is, because there's some hedges missing along the left there. It might be a basement, but you're still not supposed to be playing with the basketball in the basement. Or in the house. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any other access from here. So we'll have to go back onto the road and up to the grocery store in order to get to the last contract field. Anyway. This is the long edge, so this is the edge we will do, or we will do predominantly for our rows. Little kink on the edge at the bottom here I'm going to have to take care of. So this area could be a wonderful place to just double up these two fields and just have some massive crop growth. There's one of the nice things about this map is we always have the option of coming out and taking out a row of hedges and just combining all the fields. It's kind of something I've thought about doing about the two arable fields that are closest to what used to be our home, is just taking that whole area, taking all the hedges down the middle out and just merging the two of them. However, because of the increased demands of our cows, I'm thinking of turning at least one of them back into a grass field. Although I could do both of them. We could turn all of the fields next to the cow yard into into grass fields, and then concentrate the rest of the map on arable. But at the moment I've got that set up, I could put a farm track down between those two fields that are currently arable in order to get to our field 30-something-ish, whatever it is. It's across the road from where we are now. Okay, so run this strip along the top, hopefully. It'll be close to, actually it probably won't be close to a full width. But once I hit the end, we'll do the edge and then look at running rows up and down that way, because that looks like the long edge. This would be a good field to have. I kind of like this field. It's got a little bit of a tight entrance there. I think we might have issues trying to fit our harvester in. But doing it as maybe a cornfield, a maize field, and fitting a forage harvester in it or something like that, that could work out quite nicely. Okay. So unfortunately, sprayer's at the maximum height there, so I can't do any better with it. Anyway, we'll run down to the bottom. I'll probably do a second row along the bottom so that there's enough room to turn around without boinking on the edge of the field. Because even with the sprayer at full height, it's still not able to clear all of the hedge posts. Well, maybe not. It's a diagonal. Now this way. Actually, this might actually be workable without doing another row or another headland. And tractors cross the beam, so come about and that should get us close. Let's get on 0 or 60, 359, 360. Yeah, close enough. And 57% complete, we're 71 used. I said we probably use another 15%. I might have been wrong. No. We're going to use 55. We're going to have about 45 left at the end of this, I think. So we've still got about 25% of a tank that I'm expecting to exhaust. But we'll see. And I am out of Mountain Dew. Yeah, 358 degrees. That's drifting us a little bit to the left. Not that you can really see it. I remember back on Law Folds when we didn't have GPS, or when I hadn't learned how to do GPS, I would typically drive, doing something like this, I would drive at an angle of 179, so we were a little bit further to the left going up the field, and then when I turned around at the other end, we'd run a course of about 1 degree, so that we were always getting closer to the existing, and then typically we wouldn't miss much of anything. But we didn't have the accuracy back then that we do now, where the sprayer will not spray where it's already been, so you can actually seriously overlap and just fully cover everything and not waste it. That was the problem in 17, was and waste it. So that should flow across to the right. So yeah, go as we turn up this way. I would usually line this up on about 0,1. So something like that. So we're actually 0 would be the precise course. 0,1 pushes us slightly more this way. So we're not missing anything, but we are wasting stuff on the right back in Farm Sim 17. These days, not wasting, as you can see from the sprayer not spraying that bit. And we are down to 65% almost. So again, about my prediction is 20% more of the tank to use to complete both of these. We shall see. 76 too much. 79, 80. And typically, taking a course of about 180.2, I would invariably have missed something by the time I got to the other end. I wonder if there's anything new. It's probably not late enough. That's 190. See, it's a little bit too chunky to replace the Massey Ferguson. And that's the thing, you know. I do like the Valtra G, but it is really a sort of a like-for-like replacement if I wanted to replace the Massey Ferguson. I need something, pretty much need something that has more horsepower than 150, 160. I think the Massey Ferguson 6S, which is a medium-sized tractor, barely has that on the new model. That's the 6700. That goes up to 200 horsepower, but then there's... is it a small tractor? Is it actually classed as a small tractor? Maximum... yeah, 6S. Only goes up to 180. So that's getting on for just barely. But... I didn't actually realise that the 6S was smaller than that, and actually classified as a small tractor compared with the 6700S, whatever it is. I mean, maybe the 6S is the vehicle we want, or eligible as the vehicle we want. It's a little bit bigger than the 5S. And I've lost it again. There it is. It's only 113. Minimum horsepower 135. How much does... yeah, 165. Well, we're here. Are we done yet? Should probably take a look to see if we're done yet. Because I think it's fairly close. Not done yet. Okay. So meandering our way through this section should get us done. I didn't even look at the percentage done. Because I'm not looking at the field. There it is. Done. No access. Fold. And gonna have to fold the thing on the front too. And I'll have to find the exit. Okay, we are done with that field. One last field to go. And as I said, not going to bother with the tiny fields because frankly the amount of money we make from them is very sad. Now, of course, from May, there are grass contracts available. So that will be something to maybe look forward to. Oh, excuse me. Although, in order to do grass contracts, we are going to need to have a baler wrapper. I don't have one of those right now because we let the last one go. Okay. Now, where do we go from here?